This is KGW News at noon.
Happening now, Oregon's epidemiologist is sharing his take on COVID-19. Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon. I'm Brenda Braxton. Dr. Dean Seidlinger has some hopeful news for us. Daily cases and hospitalizations are slowly decreasing from the record highs we saw over the last few weeks. He says COVID-related hospitalizations fell by 42% after going up for 6 straight weeks. COVID-related deaths also declined by 30% from the previous week. But Dr. Seidlinger says the surge isn't over, and the unvaccinated, like children, are vulnerable. Seidlinger outlined Oregon's plan to keep schools safe.
Every layer matters. Every layer helps keep students in class. That means vaccinations for those who are eligible, physical distancing, hand and cough hygiene, face masks, smaller cohorts, ventilation, air filtration, staying home when you're sick, and other measures our students and staff have learned and practiced over the last 19 months.
Seidlinger went on to say that he's confident if schools follow safety guidelines, students will be able to stay in the classroom. When kids under 12 can get a COVID shot, the vaccine will be made widely available. For more information on Dr. Seidlinger's remarks, you can visit our website, kgw.com. Well, the state's goal is to keep students in the classroom all year long. Unfortunately, 2 schools are off to a rough start, and they are sending all students home. Reynolds High School is moving to distance learning for at least a week because they have so many students in quarantine. The district says just a small number of students and staff have tested positive for COVID, but a lot of kids are out for possible exposure. So here's the plan in the meantime. School is closed for the next 2 days to allow teachers to get their lesson plans in place. All students will be learning from home next week with the goal of returning to campus on September 27th. The district is also asking parents to voluntarily provide their child's vaccination status. Vaccinated kids may not have to quarantine if they're exposed to COVID in the future. Reynolds also says it will not allow spectators at sporting events until further notice. It's a similar situation at John Wetton Elementary in Gladstone. The superintendent sent a letter to parents saying all kids have to stay home until Monday, September 27th. A vaccinated staff member tested positive for COVID, and because they were around so many different students, the district decided to quarantine all kids in 1st through 5th grade. That's more than 600 students in all. The school is now working to set up distance learning for next week. Washington is dealing with its highest rate of COVID cases and hospitalizations since the pandemic began. Right now, there are almost 1,600 patients in the hospital with the virus.
Our resource hospitals in places like the Tri-Cities and Wenatchee and Everett and Vancouver, as well as Seattle, all of them are going to incredible lengths to care for their patients. They are doing things like turning areas not meant to be taking care of critical care patients into ICUs.
Washington health officials also told us, despite a number of COVID cases among students, they are not seeing many outbreaks in schools. Well, tomorrow the FDA will review Pfizer's application for COVID booster shots. The drug company released a new report showing you may need a booster 6 months after your primary doses. Early data suggests the Pfizer shots are less effective after 6 to 8 months, and getting a booster around that time will give you some extra protection. Well, college kids are going back to school soon. PSU starts its fall semester at the end of this month, and student artists are giving the campus a little pop of color. KGW's Christelle Kumwe shows us what the project is all about.
With the stroke of a paintbrush,
most of our figures are already done, so we're just doing like the final touches.
these Portland State student artists
I've been doing art since kindergarten.
Are giving the pedestrian plaza on Southwest Montgomery and 6th Avenue a fresh new look.
We're standing in the middle of the Montgomery Street Plaza at PSU campus, where we're just wrapping up finishing this mural.
The colorful mural was designed by Nia Musiba Sonia Chavez and Naomi Lakai.
Other than just inspiration, other than it being something beautiful to look at, I hope that it draws more attention to Comma.
All 3 members of PSU's Comma Artist Program, a collective for students of color.
We wanted to kind of make like almost an underwater inspired kind of scene, and we wanted it to be really whimsical.
Each artist brought their own style and background to the project. Check out the flowery pattern in Sonia's design.
Just because it's something that's like really traditional to me. I was raised with from a Mexican household, so embroidery was really important. My grandma and my mom did a lot of it.
The plaza was created in partnership with PSU, PBOT, and City Repair. It is designed to be a bright and welcoming outdoor space for anyone in the community.
I hope it makes everybody happy and joyful to be back on campus and see something new.
I think the colors will hopefully help with that, especially as we head into fall and it's a lot more gray on campus and just in Portland in general.
More than 40 volunteers helped put the finishing touches on the mural this week, with each stroke of a brush bringing a splash of color to campus. Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
The other big story we're tracking, the Cambia Portland Classic. It's officially underway over at the Oregon Golf Club right in West Lynn. I mentioned that you were gone yesterday because you played 18 over there.
Yeah, we got to play in the Pro-Am, which is something they do in part to raise money for the charitable organizations that benefit from this tournament. It was so much fun. Now, 2 weeks ago, I got to go out there also, and that particular day, I played with the local teaching pro, Maggie Simons, who is teeing up today for her very first LPGA start. Here's my day with Maggie on the golf course. Okay, this is fun for me. Professional sportscaster Rod Hill. Not really. But I'm with LPGA professional Maggie Simons, who's playing in the tournament, your very first LPGA event here at the Cambia Portland Classic.
Yes.
Wow.
So excited. Hey Rob, what club you got?
I'm only 5'4" for starters, and I'm old. Did I mention I'm old on top of that?
Oh, okay.
This is a 6-iron hybrid.
Okay.
It's my 140 club.
Okay, cool. I've got a pitching wedge.
Okay, should we flex our biceps here? I'm gonna lose that battle too.
Oh, it's looking good. Looking good.
That ball is off the back of the green, is that right, Maggie, a little bit?
It's just a little long.
But it wasn't a bad hit.
You made contact.
Okay, moving on. I made contact.
You did. I'm very proud of you.
High five.
Way to go.
This is a great story so far. Come on, baby. When I'm not playing with my putter, I sleep with my putter. For par.
Yep.
All right, for bogey. That's how I should hit that one.
Yeah.
Maybe not, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's still really good.
I think I just missed the cut.
We're picturing a perfect drive starting down the right half of the fairway with a little baby draw.
Okay. Easy for her to say. Oh, boy, that is such crisp contact.
Thank you.
Beautiful right to left ball flight slightly, and you are right exactly where you said you were going to hit it. Right in front of the green.
I don't lie. Oh!
That was a good stroke, right?
Way to go.
So we had so much fun with professional golfer Maggie Simons, but I wanted to make sure part of the story was about you playing in your first LPGA event.
Yes.
Excited?
I'm stoked.
Nervous?
Absolutely. In a good way.
All right, signing off, Rod Hill, professional PGA pro, Maggie, meteorologist. Did I get that backwards?
I kind of like the sound of that.
I do too.
Your dream job.
She wants to be me. She has no idea how spectacular her life is.
Oh my gosh, I think she does know. That looked like it was a blast.
It was a lot of fun. It really was. Absolutely a great time. So the tournament starts today.
The tournament started this morning. It runs through Sunday at the Oregon Golf Club. Again, I mentioned it's in West Lynn. We do have a link. Tons of stuff that you need to know if you're heading out. Just go to kgw.com. And then coming up on Sunday night, Orlando Sanchez is going to recap all the excitement. He has a 30-minute special following the regular edition of Sports Sunday.
And we didn't mention, this is a special event on the ladies tour in general. This is the 50th year we've had this tournament in Portland. And that makes it the longest running tournament outside of the majors on the entire tour. So Portland has a special heart on the LPGA tour, a special spot. Here we go. These are the clouds that will bring some rain over the weekend. So right now, your plans this afternoon are great. Your plans tomorrow are also dry. But Saturday rain at times, Sunday rain at times. Look at Cannon Beach. Oh my goodness, this is our live shot. It has been clear at the coast all day. It's been clear everywhere all day so far. 64 degrees there at Cannon Beach. Up in Cowlitz County, deep blue sky over Three Rivers Golf Course, our golfing theme. Up in Kelso, that's of course owned by the Elks Club up there. Downtown Portland, looking at I-5 in the Moda Center, same as Cannon Beach, 64. I have us getting up to about 77 this afternoon. It'll be a nice clear sky evening. So the rain looks like it will come in tomorrow evening / tomorrow overnight. We'll use Futurecast to give you the particulars on your wet weekend coming up in just a moment.